Fresh on there, yeah.
Okay.
Try again.
Do I just not have great service? Oh.
No, you do. You
Oh,
should have good service.
It wasn't
Yeah.
blinking.
That's all right. Hopefully it goes on there. Was that the link from the text?
Yeah.
Okay. It should go right. Oh, there it is. Okay. Can you click it? Let's see. Okay, good.
Awesome. You good?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You are looking live at the New England Sports Complex where the RSG Selects are about to take on, oh, I forget what their name is. That's probably bad. My name's Joe Rizzo, and I'm here to bring you RSG Selects hockey in the second game of the Skaters Edge tournament in Marlborough, Mass. We have liftoff. That's Jesse on the face-off. Rhiannon pushes up the left wing. A little bit better perch for this game than we had last night. White jerseys today for RSG, dark green in the previous game. So don't be confused by the lime green. That's the opposition. "18 seconds into game two. There's a face-off win. Rhiannon in the slot can't get to it. That looks like Joey Tannenbaum trying to backhand it through, and the green team now moves it out. The Western Mass Wild, that's who they are. The Wild. Like the Minnesota Wild, they have green, but they don't have green the same as the Minnesota Wild. Different shade. Bug moves it up the right wing for Joey. She gets it underneath a prone player, but can't fish it out of there, and it's brought in by the Wild. Left wing will take it 1-on-5 as they change behind the play. She'll find a lot of traffic in front, and Rhiannon Molligard will move it out and up, but not out of the zone yet. Peyton Jacobus over there can't get through. Off the change, first save by Balin. And a second save, it's underneath. Loose puck in the crease, whacking, and a whistle. And it's going to be a face-off to the left of Balin Shankman, who was certainly one of the stars of the first game, a 1-0 defeat to the Connecticut Storm. Peyton takes this face-off, wins it over into the corner where Izzy will get it. Izzy tries to move it up the right wing boards but can't get it out. It's moved across ice between the points, and now between the points again. This one picked off by Peyton. Louisa gets it out off of the shin pads. Actually, it doesn't clear the line, and Minnesota, the Wild, whatever, Western Mass, the green team, they can't hang on to it, and it's moved out. Izzy the first to give chase. She's what we call the F1, the first forward in pursuit. The Wild try to get it around. Louisa's there. She gets a little help from Peyton, who sends it deep. Goaltender comes out to play it. They try to move it up the wing. Luis is there. Left dot, centers for Peyton. Wrist shot, deflection by Izzy, goes just wide. Tries to center it, can't get full composite on it. We would say wood in the past, but these sticks are composite now. And Western Mass skates over the line. Right circle, here's a slow roller. Elects to shoot it off the pads and tried to trick Balin, but she was having none of it. Now moved out and up the wing, but it is going to be an icing there, and that will be another stoppage of 12-minute periods. There are 3 of them, and I've had a little chat with our scorekeeper before the game to find out that it's 2 points for a win, 1 for a tie, 0 for a loss, and they're not doing any kind of scoring for standings in terms of the period. There's a wrist shot, and it's covered up by Balin. She doesn't let the rebound happen. So there's just the standard 2 points for a win, 1 for a tie, 0 for a loss. Nothing else will have the regular part of the standings, but then there's a lot of tiebreakers that have to do with goals for, goals against, penalty minutes accrued. It's not good to have a lot, and RSG Selects did have a lot in the first game, so that would not bode well for their tiebreaker-ness. The fact that they've only yielded 1 goal would help. Winning a game would also help and almost certainly put them into a higher succession. Western Mass now with a lot of low pressure but no shots, and here's Brianna Paulino up the wing. She's looking for somebody and she dumps it off of the ref's left skate. She'll come back to try to get it and can't. That is a spin around and a knockdown and a player down, but she's going to get up. There's a wrist shot high that goes into the netting that protects, and a stoppage of play. That was Liz Lee who took a spill there. She comes off a little gingerly, but I think that I could hear her say that she's okay and she'll just take a seat for a little bit. Jessie wins the face-off. It goes back around, but the Wild are the first to get it, and they work it back around. Joey's the first forward over there, but she can't get to it as it's out of her reach, so she takes a defensive posture. Wild play with it behind the attacking net. Jessie tries to move it out. Going to need a little help from Bug there. Up to Joey. Joey takes the open space and gets it out with a lot of effort and could use a little help but doesn't get it. Wild take it. There's a shot that's deflected by the shaft of KK's stick, and KK will keep it and move it behind. She's got a little room and she likes to burn those jets. KK up the right wing. She'll dump it as she finds a lot of traffic and earn at least 1 change behind her. Stays up and in attacking mode. They'll wait to clear it. They clear the zone, push it back in. That was a good change mode for RSG in white. Peyton can't get to that puck. She and Bella will give chase. Aiden also back there as the other part of the defense pair, and that will be Aiden. She'll exchange for Bella. Bella will move it up and out of the zone. Peyton comes in, attack mode, tries to get through the circle, which houses the Providence Bruins logo. Looks ahead for Louisa. Louisa with a little bit of a breakaway. She gets to the right circle, in the slot, wrist shot, and a save off the glove. Rizzo with a good chance at the 7-minute mark. Couldn't put it home. Got off a good shot, stayed ahead of the D, and that play was made all the way from the back. Masterton with it. She slams on the brakes, goes up the wing for Izzy, who checks her setting, looks up and deflects it forward and out of the zone momentarily. Wild gather it and they move it to the front. Balin redirects it off of her stick. Louisa in pursuit. There's an interception by Izzy for the moment. Aiden trying to get it, giving her turnaround by number 4. Good save by Bay. Lou looks up. Izzy found a little bit of traffic. That was very close to being a bad collision, but fortunately discretion was the better part. Find an open lane and not complete what would have been probably a hit that would have knocked her out of the game and not been good for anybody. This one will be moved out of the zone by Fia. Louisa trying to beat one player. She taps it into the zone, allowing changes to occur behind her, but can't gain possession as the Wild will move it out through the zone. Rizzo comes to the bench in exchange for another play for Liz. Fia moves it around. She gets pulled down over there. You could have called a hook, a hold, a trip, something. Redirected off the shot from the right point in front, but Bay gets the stick down. That one pops over the glass and into the stands. And that's going to give Richie Tannenbaum, thank you, a little bit of a chance to grab the puck. He grabs the puck, puts it on the dasher, and now he's got to come back down again. Well, Richie's getting his steps in. And because that puck green player's stick and left the ice surface. The face-off comes out of the zone, but they quickly gain the zone. Fia comes in with it, and she's yelps a little bit as she goes down, and she's still prone on the ice. Not sure what happened there. Fia stays down for a bit. Seems to be holding her, well, maybe her leg. So the players will go to the bench as she's being attended to by Coach Jeremy. 5:09 left in the first period. These are 12-minute periods at the New England Sports Center. The logo of the Providence Bruins is at center ice. Now Fia is being helped up. She's got the left leg up, and she's coming off the ice flamingo style with a little help from her friends. The open door and gingerly holding that right leg and in pain, so we hope for the best for Fia. Face-off now comes out of the zone as we're back underway. KK mishandles it a bit, but she gets a little help from Bay, who covers it right up, and we'll redo this face-off down to the right of the goaltender. Wild win that one. They try to get it behind the net, but Bug steps in there with the body to shield the puck and try to move it up the boards. Rhiannon can't get to it. Weak shot on net that Bay drops down and covers. And we'll have another face-off with 4:47 left in the first period from New England Sports Center in Marlborough, Mass. Peyton in there, can't win it. Wrist shot from the top of the circle, blockered into the corner where they'll fight for it. Peyton gets a stick blade on it. Louisa will drop down and try to get that out of the zone, which she does. The green team will have to clear out, and they do. Louisa will be the first forward in pursuit. Pushed up the right wing boards and in. Bug will get it and steer it up to the right wing, but not out. Wild have it in front. Blocker save off the backhand chip. Bug over there battling. Peyton battling. Izzy battling. Izzy gets it out. It's touched. Oh, that's going to be an icing. Louisa was down there. That was a close call. Looked like one ref was looking to the other to see if it had been touched. Next time, just say that it was touched and let the RSG selects get a chance. All right, we'll do it again over here. Louisa coming up between the points, gets a deflection of a shot from between the points. Wild have two players in the corner, and they win it to get it out for the moment. Top of the slot, steered through, back out. That is on the Wild. They push that back into their own zone. Louisa, the pursuant forward. Let's see if she could pick it off. She can't. Here comes 22 in green. She'll try to skate through a lot of traffic in the middle, and that is cleared away nicely by Bella at the top of the crease. Looking up is Izzy. She finds Louisa. Another possible breakaway. Goalie comes out, sweeps it away. Rizzo can't get to it fast enough for Kenshi. Goalie still not in. Oh, she sends it not close enough to the net. Oh, big collision. Barbara underneath. They're going to call something here. I don't know why they would call it. It was just a collision. Oh, no, okay. He had the arm up for offside. My bad. I thought he was calling a penalty. That was an incidental contact collision. And fortunately, all players are okay. Period. RSG with a little bit of pressure. Jessie comes out of the corner. Jessie at the top. And there's a goal! It's Izzy! She puts it in off the pass! from Jesse. Jesse pulled it out of the corner, skated over into the slot, had her own shot, but that's a pass over to Izzy, and she'll lead the celly over there. And there's her crew celebrating as well. It's a good day to be a Camarada. 1-0 RSG, 2:49 left in the first. And after nearly 4 scoreless periods, they finally dent the net, and they've really carried the play here in a very even game thus far. This one brought right in. There's going to be a whistle for a slash. It came mighty quick. I'm not sure who it's on. The way he blew the whistle while it was still green possession of puck. And that is, in fact, going to be now the first power play for RSG as these 1 minute and 30-second penalties are in. That's going to be number 6. We don't have names or rosters, so if you happen to be a Western Mass person eventually watching this at some point, well, hopefully you know who your players are. First power play here. Brianna Paulino, she'll move it up the right wing, pretty much uncontested. She'll take it over the end line. Center's in front. Loose puck is underneath and covered up. Finally, that puck. They just let Bree go. Hey, if there's nobody there to stop you, keep going until they do. And Bree with a nice little exhibition there. She'll pop off after a nice 12-second start to the power play. Izzy now jumps back out there with her line. She was still out there from a change before, so she had different lines. The net off the face-off win. Cheating down is Tootie. She misses on the puck and can't keep it in. And KK will come back and she will take a look. She'll look for Peyton across. It's picked off for a moment by 63. 15 from the Wild tries to get it in and eventually dumps it deep where Peyton will get it. Slam on the brakes, turn and come up this side. She's got some free ice in the middle where she finds Louisa, but Louisa can't handle the pass. Killing time now. Oh, Louisa picks it right off a stick. She goes through 2. She's in front. Oh, a stick save from Rizzo in front. She's had 3 golden opportunities so far. This one cleared down. Bay will come out, tap it for Tootie. Tootie will hit the brakes. She'll lose it in front, 37, and Bay bails her out with a stick save and then a paddle the reverse way to move it forward to Izzy. Up to Lou. Lou gains the zone on the right side, and there's 12 seconds left in the power play. KK will not be able to keep it in at the point. Bug there to pick the slack. Back to KK in neutral ice, and it's pushed back in. Jessie will get it. She'll go back to Bug. Bug will have to retrieve it in the corner against 2 teams that are now at full and even strength. This one comes off the boards. Jessie will pick it off there. Jessie up the right wing. Jessie into the attacking zone. Jessie will follow it into the corner. And it's now picked up by the Wild. They're looking forward and they send it through. Bug gets it on the Providence Bruins logo. She'll take her time. That one's picked off, but Bug recovers and disrupts a rush. Now a centering pass that will find Joey, and Joey will move it out along with Rhiannon. Is that Rhiannon? Hard to see the numbers. Big collision there. A lot of collisions in this game, but the players are playing with their heads up. So that's possibly the reason why they've come out okay from these collisions, except for Fia, who we hope to see back in this game. We'll give you an update on her if we can get it. This one's sent all the way back in the zone for icing, and with 13.9 seconds left and RSG Selects holding a 1-0 lead, they'll have one more shot to see if they can double the advantage. Jessie on the face-off. Rhiannon will battle, well, she won't have to because Bug steps in to put it deep. Sent up but not out. Jessie wrist shot off the glove and nearly found its way in. Joey with a shot, deflects. It goes behind the net. 3 seconds to 1, and that'll do it for the period. But a very competitive period right here. And it's 1-0 RSG Selects over the Western Mass Wild. Good news as 91 is taking a little skate around. Hopefully none the worse for wear after corkscrewing, it looked like, and going down in a lot of pain earlier. and she's out there, and I guess she'll give the coaches the nod as to whether or not she's ready to go for period number 2. And it was a great period number 1, a wonderful start. Speaking of wonderful, if you think the guy you're listening to is wonderful or you don't like me at all, that's up to you. But if you kind of dig it, there's a podcast about baseball and life called Diamond Diehards, and that's mine. Along with the dog, Jeff Healy, me, Joe Rizzo, talk about baseball and life. We do things like Veteran of the Day. We do Die Hard Dads, which if you're a dad or even a mom or a parent, whether you have human babies or fur babies, then, we talk about that stuff too. It's a light show, and, it's usually centered around baseball, but we talk about other stuff too. So Diamond Diehards, you could check it out everywhere at Diamond Diehards on social media, diamonddiehards.com. And if you're a podcast person and you go on iTunes, you could find Diamond Diehards on iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, and everywhere you find podcasts. Diamond Diehards. Period number 2 has liftoff. Peyton and Louisa up with Izzy to start it. Izzy will move that one out, and if this one goes on goal, it is not going to be an icing, so the goalie comes out and play it. Rizzo in first pursuit, and that is going to be battled for on the left wing. Izzy will grab it. She'll use KK and Peyton, and here's Rizzo. Rizzo tries to get it deep, but she doesn't do that quite yet. Battled for in neutral ice here, and the Wild move it out. Wild wearing the lime green jerseys. RSG selects in white today. RSG selects were in green in their first game. So I guess when they are the guests, I don't know. Who knows? They have 2 sets of jerseys. One's white, one's dark green. Here's KK through 3 zones and into the attacking zone. Left circle. She finds a little traffic there, and she'll go for possession. Centers for Lou. Just missed her. Oh, and just passed the stick of Aiden, trying to keep it in at the point. So they'll regroup through center. Izzy gets a piece of it but can't get possession. The Wild will go in. Coach screams for a change. I think he gets 1 player off. Not even sure about that. 1:30 into the second period. 1-0 RSG selects. That one's sent out to neutral ice. Izzy's in the first pursuit position, and it's moved up and through. There's not going to be an icing there because there was a stick touch in the neutral zone. Bella around to Aiden. Aiden tries to go up the board. She's going to have to battle for it along the boards, and she gets a little help eventually from Jessie. The Wild will change, and they'll just give that one up, so Aiden will eventually win the battle. She gets slew-footed behind the net. No call. Puck goes between the points. They take a while to get that wrist shot off, and eventually she uses a slapper, and it doesn't get anywhere near through traffic, so Balin was not busy there. Picked off by Rhiannon. Jessie over there as well, looking for it along the boards. 2 against 2. Jessie's going to win that one. She goes to Joey. Joey tries to get it out off a stick, but she finds 3 green jerseys and can't do it. There's a handoff to Aiden, who will fly up the left wing. Masterton there gains the zone. She'll pull back into her position. Rhiannon comes in off the mask with a shot and covered up. Molagard comes in, and nice work with Molagard and Masterton there, creating an opportunity. Rhee got that one off the mask of the goaltender, and fortunately for the goalie, it came right down in front of her. Unfortunately for the RSG selects, it didn't. Shot off on the face-off win. This one kept in now. That's Barbara. Kept in again for a moment. I think that was Liz. And moved up 3-on-1. Now 3-on-0. And a shot that goes in. We have a tie hockey game with 9:02 left in the second period. A little bit of a defensive breakdown there by RSG. And a 3-on-1 turned into a 3-on-0, and even without passing, Bay had to really protect against the pass there, and a nifty shot finds its way into the net. So we have a tie hockey game here, and let's see if the team in white can pick it up a little bit and get that one right back. As the more homestanding Western Massachusetts Wild get a little bit of life in their skates here. This one moved out through the top of the point as the Wild can't hold it on. They have to come back and touch up and get onside. Fia back in there, so that's good news. Looks for the long pass. It's picked off right in the middle. She'll whack it out and up the wing. Liz got a piece of it. It's not going to be icing. I don't know why. Liz got a piece of it, but she was well behind her red line, so a break there for the selects. Bree will keep that one in for the moment. Peyton will eventually get it. She shoots it. Well, okay, they're going to call offside on that, even though it looked like Liz was laying on the blue line and the puck never actually entered the zone. He just whistles it down for offside. So they get one break on the non-icing, and they give the break back. Offside that maybe wasn't an offside, but we'll just trust the refs. They're doing a pretty good job so far here in the tournament. KK back in her own zone, looking. Rizzo will skate through the P. She'll look forward. She's got some players to beat. Peyton gets it. She shoots it off Rizzo's butt. Peyton again, wrist shot, was going wide and it's gloved down, but that will gain a face-off in the offensive zone here, and it'll be Peyton taking it with Rizzo on the left wing and Izzy, our goal scorer for the RSG Selects, on the right wing. That one, ooh, Luis had a chance in front on the loose puck. Peyton actually didn't win the faceoff. Redirected there, a shot between the points by KK. Tried to move it up to the point. A little body action there by Izzy. She will not be able to win that puck. There's a big collision with Luisa and 22. Luisa gets up. 22 will eventually get up. Rizzo will come to the bench. Seems to be okay. This one kept in by KK. Sends it at the net. Oh, it nearly found its way in. Dumped after the play was Izzy. I don't know if that was intentional or unintentional. No punches thrown. 7:22 left, second period. 1-1 from New England Sports Center in Marlborough, Massachusetts. My name is Joe Rizzo. I'm glad to bring you RSG Selects Hockey, the Skater's Edge Tournament. Joey on the right wing can't get a hold of it as the Wild move it out. Aiden will pick that one up. She'll battle for it in neutral ice, using the body and the hip. Eventually sends it in. No icing as it went through traffic to start with. Wild will regain, but Rhiannon is able to push it back into the zone. She'll give chase. Joey will be the front forward over there. Jesse picks it off. Jesse looking for redirected and at net and covered. They're working some of that magic out there. Jesse assisted on the first goal. We're going to have a goaltending change here. Believe it or not, there are 3 goalies suited up for the green team. And some girl named number 88 has now joined the fray in between the pipes for green. So hopefully she'll get tested early and often. This one picked off by Jesse, and she can't gain it. Joey's over there too. Joey tries to get it in the right side position at the top of the circle, and eventually it's Aiden that's able to do that. Moved around the boards. Bella's going to step up, and it's sent out with some speed. Here's 37. She centers. Left pad save by Bay. Rebound corralled by her teammates and moved up but not out. Fighting for it at the points through center. That's moved up and out now. Jesse in pursuit. Let's see if she can get somewhere. Her and Ree still out there. Ree will jump off for a change, and Liz will get on for her. Moved up the left wing boards and taken into the offensive zone by the Wild. Shot from the dot. It's shrugged off of the right shoulder by Bay. Moved into the corner, up and out now through the points. This is Liz. She's going to try to pursue. Can't get there. They send it in, no icing. Bella will bank it off the boards once, off the boards twice, up and out. Barbara's there for a breakaway. She's got to get it before it touches the end line to wave off the icing. She's there, she gets it. Liz down for help. Tries to go back for Barbara, a little too strong as it goes behind the net. Barbara trying to pursue and catch up. Let's see if she can. She can't. It goes out of the zone. This one will be an icing. Good attack mode right there, getting behind the defense. And RSG selects now. They scored the first goal of the game. They gave up the second one. Dead even match here. Exciting hockey. They're playing hard. There's been a few collisions. All clean. All with girls with their heads up. Barbara wins the face-off. Bree will get it. Brianna will get it. Go through the circle. Tries a wrist shot, but finds the pads of 14. Thea will get it. She'll send a shot. Fluttering in front. Rebound. Liz can't shovel it in. Brianna gets it. Looking to center for somebody in front. Instead, she'll go behind the net with it. And Liz will pursue over there. It comes to Tootie at the right point. Tootie has to back it in as the shooting lane was picked up. Now they'll move it up the boards. Liz will pursue. She can't get there in time. It's moved up, but Tootie whacks it back in. They'll clear the zone. They're back on side. RSG free to attack. Liz is over there. Tootie's going to step in at the point. Sends it. Covered just before she could get the stick blade on it. 4:28 left in the second period. 1-1. Exciting hockey from Marlborough, Massachusetts. You can't find any place on the planet that I'd rather be today than watching this game. Belmont Park might be one where the Belmont Stakes is later. There's a wrist shot by Izzy off the face-off and gloved by the new goalie, 88. That's her second or third test here, and she's been up to it. Peyton on the face-off here. Referee just chucks that puck forward. Bug steps up to keep it in through 3 players, but eventually, after the pop-up, it's moved out. Izzy using the body, steers the player toward the boards and down. Puck goes behind the net, and that will be Bug corralling it. Izzy loses a stick. She's got to retreat all the way behind the end line to get it, and serendipitously, the puck comes to her down there as she was in a defensive posture instead of being way up on her wing. Now it's moved out by KK. KK has Rizzo. A little too strong for her. They're going to say no icing on that. Probably, I'm glad, but I don't think I would agree. Rizzo tries to center it, but can't get it through traffic as all the green jerseys were imbalanced on the left side of the ice. Rizzo and Izzy will clear the zone. Peyton back in a defensive posture to cover up for KK. She attacks, picked off. Peyton with a shot, left pad save. Maybe even with the skate. Possibly had her beat. Rizzo gets to the puck up the boards, but she can't gain possession. Oh, here's Izzy. She picks one off. Wrist shot into the logo and held on. Izzy looking for her second of the game right there. 3:08 left in the second period. 1-1 between the RSG Selects in white and the Western Mass Wild in the key lime green. Because, you know, limes are what we're usually seeing in Western Massachusetts and not in, say, like Key West. There it is in front! Look at that, Rhiannon Molagard! She puts it in on the stick side, and it's a 2-1 lead for RSG Selects. Looked like Jessie took it behind the net. She made like she was skating around, centered it for Rhiannon, and I think it was Rhiannon that put it in. Jessie. 2 points for Jessie. And a 2-1 lead for RSG Selects. Jessie gets it again. The puck seems to be velcroed to her stick this game. She'll be pursuant 1-on-3, 1-on-4. A little help now comes. And Western Mass tries to move it out. They have a 3-on-2 or a 4-on-2 if they hurry. Aiden tries to break it up. It gets behind her. There's a wrist shot and it goes underneath the right armpit, and we're tied up just that quickly. Western Mass coming out of the zone with speed. They got a 3 or a 4-on-2 there, and once again, it's the shooter that doesn't even pass and just makes a good shot there. She had it covered up. Sometimes somebody just makes a great shot, and there's nothing you could do about it. So 2-2 hockey, 2:33 left in the second period. Tournament game number 2, a hotly contested one. Barbara on the face-off. She can't win it, but Liz nearly is able to gather it. They'll move in on Fia. Wrist shot. It caught the glove. It's loose in front. Bay covers it up. There's a glove down on the ice. And let's see. It looks like it's Fia's glove. She's down and getting up a little gingerly. She'll have to pick up her stick as well. She was diving in the scrum there. There was a lot of traffic going at a high speed. And she was down earlier in the first period, missed the balance of the first after falling with about 7 minutes left. Came back in the second, and she's toughing it out there because she's a hockey player. 2:19 left. Barbara on the face-off, can't win it. She'll pursue at the point. Traffic in front. It's knocked away by a green jersey, knocking away their own shot in attempted deflection mode. Here's a shot from between the points. It's knocked down by Fia's stick. Never gets to the goal. Tootie in pursuit. Blockered away was the centering pass. Traffic in front, and it's covered up, or is it? Loose puck for a while. Somebody got pushed out of the way, and eventually Bay is able to make the cover. And we're down to 1:55 left in the second period. 2-2. RSG Selects and Western Mass Wild. Peyton on the face-off. It goes to the near side boards. That looks like Tootie. Centered in front, off of his stick. Jesse will get this. Up to Louisa. They have a 2-on-1 if they hurry. Louisa tries to go over to Jesse. It's in between some skates. Can't get it. Peyton there now. Peyton looks to pursue. It's sent into the near side. Jesse will get it. She'll try to get a shot, but it's deflected. It goes in front. Louisa tries to get it behind the net. Can't do it. Western Mass will move it out up the wing, but Fia's there to get it. Fia will go to Jesse on the near side, and this one comes back to Tootie in the neutral zone. Tootie pushing and pursuing. Can't get the puck up the boards. It's sent back in. Peyton will jump back to get it and give a little help, and she will look forward. She gets it up the wing to Louisa, who chips it out. Let's see if Louisa can get through traffic. She can for a moment. Jesse's there. Jesse pursuing. Now Western Mass turns and burns. Okay, goodbye Louisa. As we're under a minute to go in the period. Fia tries a through for a moment, no possession. Louisa will try to get this one. She's open. She skates through one, through another, through the legs. Wrist shot, blocked and covered. Big chance for Rizzo. Boy, she's got to dent that net. She's getting awfully close. 38.7 seconds left. Offensive zone faceoff. We're in the second period. These are 12-minute periods, so if it seems like it's going fast, it's going 5 minutes faster than what you're used to. Barbara wins the faceoff, tries to shoot it right at the net. It goes just wide. KK will step up. This is going to be another 3-on-1. Bug is back. Bug forces the pass, and in that way has broken up a 3-on-1. No scoring chance. KK behind the net. She'll look and move it into the near side corner. KK on the boards, gets a little help from Barbara. Now they'll football it up the right side. Joey can't get it out. Right side shot, deflected in front, rebound loose, covered by Bay. And 5.8 seconds remain in the second period, 2-2. Goals for Izzy and Rhiannon, best I can tell, for RSG. They're screaming for Lauren to get off the ice, and eventually somebody has to get off. But I don't think they could hear. Face off. Peyton will get it out of the zone, and what could have been an eventful 5.8 seconds to end the period ends safely in a 2-2 deadlock after 2. So what was happening there was a late change. The coaches wanted to just put together a certain defensive posture to make sure they didn't give up a late goal there. And eventually, at some point, somebody has to just skate off the ice. Otherwise, you're going to get a delay of game penalty. And I think eventually it was KK who just fired off the ice. Now, fortunately, she's a very fast skater, so maybe that was why she was the one to do it. 12 minutes will remain in this game. I don't think we play overtime, but I'm not even sure about that. And once again, this guy's going to pump his own tires about a podcast called Diamond Diehards, because heck, I'm here doing this. And if you want to hear what I usually do, it's a podcast about baseball and life, along with the dog, Jeff Healy, myself, Joe Rizzo, talk about baseball and life. We do things like Veteran of the Day, Die Hard Dads, and we have a little bit of fun with what we do. So Diamond Diehards, check it out on social media at Diamond Diehards or diamonddiehards.com. Face-off 1, lift-off in the third. That's Peyton. She tries to get in the zone. She has Brianna there. That's offside for a moment. They clear the zone. They didn't give her credit for clearing the zone. It's brought in now. Now they clear the zone. They're safe to get it. Louisa, she nearly picked that one off. Brianna will get it. She'll go back for Aiden. Aiden moves it in now. And Brianna will pursue. Still pursuing. Can't get the puck, but let's see if eventually they do. Aiden can't stop it from coming out of the zone. This will be 11 coming in. She's got Bella back there. Bella is able to pretty much let the player's stick away. So the puck was still moving toward the net, and Bay was able to cover it. It wasn't exactly a shot, but the puck was still on its own momentum going forward. So now we're down to the third period and 11:21 left in what we can say is probably the game, but I don't know if they play overtime. Wrist shot comes from between the points. Bay gets a good look at it, and she covers that one up. They're going to change the D. 9 and 91 on the D. That's Sophia Katine and Francesca Hansen. Fia and Tootie. Tootie Fia. Moved up the near side wing, that's Rhiannon. She'll shovel it out and regain in the center zone. She's moving it up the left wing, looking for Jessie. Jessie has 2 points today. I believe it's 2 assists. She might have had the goal, I don't know. The way that I saw it go off of Rhiannon stick, but then Jessie was leaving the celly. Joey gets it in the slot there for a moment, but she couldn't locate it between her skates. Rhiannon will tap it back in. Joey keeps it in. Tootie's over there. Let's see if she can rip that big shot of hers. She goes back to Joey at the point. Joey will send it toward the net, but can't get it through traffic. Fia is back. Jessie is back. Jessie for Fia, but can't get it to her. Fia and Joey eventually get to it. Fia gets it now off the failed shot attempt, and the opposing team will change. Fia will move it out of the zone. She goes up the wing for Rhiannon. Rhiannon can't get to it. It's sent in, and there's a change. So Rhiannon will stay on and pursue as their changes are happening behind her. Joey's going to need to jump off here too when she gets the chance, but she's got to stay in there. Uses her skates to disrupt 2 attempts to get in the zone. Eventually 15 gets there. She takes it. KK gets the puck. She gets tripped blatantly. No call. 2 refs just watching what's going on instead of calling it. Rhiannon will move it up the wing. We'll see if she gets it to center and dumps, or if she has to pursue. She dumps and changes. So Barbara will be the first in pursuit. Barbara nearly picked it off. Kept in at the right point by Bug. Bug down to Barbara. It's loose. Bug will step in again. Let's see if she can get a shot off. She shovels it forward for Liz. Liz can't grab it. It goes back to Bug in neutral ice, and Bug sends it in. Not on. Allowed to touch up. Bella in first pursuit right there. KK jumps in at the point but can't hold it in. Bug and Liz will back it up, and it eventually goes to KK, who's got it in the Providence logo, and it's moved back into the zone. Liz is there. She gives way to Bug, and there's a player wide open in front. Liz blows that play up. That was going to be a big scoring chance if Liz Lee didn't get her stick on that. Bug breaks up a scoring chance in the slot, but can't get it out. Bug still pursuing all the way up the left wing. She's going to need a little coverage. She gets it from Barbara. KK picks that one off in front. Can she get it through the slot? KK looking for open ice, basically a tackle, and no call. And here's a wrist shot and a glove save by Bay. That was ticketed for the top right 90 degrees. Mark that one down. 8:27 left in the third. Big save on the wrist shot by Bay. Peyton on the face-off in her own zone. Wrist shot steered aside by the stick paddle. Move behind the net now. Fia will try to move it up the wing, but there's 3 green jerseys. It comes to the top of the zone and kept in. RSG has numbers here, but now pursuing down deep. There are 3 green jerseys. That one sent at net. Bay covers up with the left pad save, and then the trapper. Even left in the game. 2-2 is the score between the RSG selects. They call themselves the Crayons. 1, 2, 3 Crayons. That's the chant. Maybe we'll explain another time. This one moved behind the net. Bay was looking to cover it, but it looked like it eluded her catching glove. Brianna will get it out of the zone, looking for Peyton with speed. Peyton tries to get through traffic, can't. Aiden sends it for Lou. It goes hopping over the stick. Down in, no icing. Tripped behind the net on her own. Louisa picks it up, looks to center. She was looking for Peyton coming down the left wing. Peyton, can she pick it off in the left wing? Louisa gets it. Louisa in the slot, through traffic, can't get the shot off. Moved out by the green team, the Wild, the light green, the lime green. Moved into the center, wrist shot off the logo. Gave the goalie a little bit of a knee right there. Looked like she probably could have avoided the goaltender. Didn't. Goaltender seems to be okay, shaking it right off. RSG trying to get it out of their own zone. Brianna is there. That one's sticked aside and into the corner. It's steered by Bay. KK there pursuing behind the net. Comes out from behind and a wrist shot goes just wide, or maybe Bay got a piece of it. They'll try to go up the wing, and let's see who it is. That's Jessie. Jessie's going to power up the right wing. She's got Brianna with her. She'll have to dump and chase it into the corner. Centers for Bree. It's a little too strong, but Rhiannon is there, and she can't get a hold of it. Western Mass will move out. Tootie and KK are back now. She'll try to go there because Jessie's back checking. KK getting it, using the body. Rhiannon there. Pushed down now is KK. She's finding a lot of traffic and a lot. Has not yet drawn a penalty when she probably could have drawn about 3. But they're calling it kind of even, so that's the way this one's going. They're letting them play. Tootie in the corner pursuing. Brianna's over there as well. Brianna can't cut off the breakout, and 4 will just skate it all the way up the left wing. She's going to find 3 white jerseys there, and the 4th white jersey is the one with all the equipment on and the trapper, and she makes the glove save with 5:42 left in the third period of a 2-2 game. If you have the link, go share it with your friends, because we're in for a great 5:42 ending here. This one's sent out. Bella's going to be the first in pursuit. Let's see if she can pick off a pass. It's pushed out of the zone, but still loose. And it goes back to Bug. Bug will move it up the wing, a little too strong for Barbara. Bella's there. Puck is loose. Barbara's got it in the skates. Bella clears the line and pushes it in. Liz will be the first in pursuit. It's moved up the near side boards. It comes out to Fia. She'll gather and shoot it back in. It's knocked down for a moment. The zone is onside. Bug gets it. She's using her defense pairing, Fia. It goes back a little too strong, and Fia will have to steer it behind her own net. Has to play it back into the corner. They come out of the corner and lose the puck. Liz will pick it but can't get it out. Now it's at the point a wrist shot that bounces and goes to the front. Bay covers it up, was looking possibly to hand it off, but wisely just covers it up. Allows for the change, and in a 2-2 game, there have been 4 goals. There is 4:44 left on the clock in period 3. Peyton wins the face-off to the near side boards where Luisa has it. Luisa goes to Francesca, who fires it around. Coach screaming for Rizzo to fire out. That's going to be an icing as it's sent down a little strong. And we'll do this all over again. 4:31 now, so that was a 13-second sequence. Bree jumps off in favor of Jesse. Face-off is won by the Wild, who send it back in. Although they won it so cleanly that it came out of the zone, and Luisa was there trying to pursue, but couldn't get to it quite fast enough. Here's a pass, goes back into their own zone, an errant pass, sent across ice. Boy, those passes are just dying to be picked off right there, and if the selects can do that, then they could write the W in crayon at some point. Wild pursue, they come in. Bay sticks that shot aside, and it's moved out. Jesse gets it up the wing. Jesse taps it, but can't get it out. That is Aiden trying to move it out. Tootie gets it. She finds Jesse. Jesse and Lou. Let's see if they can get it in onside. They can. It comes to the near side corner. Luisa's there. She bodies up. Can't keep it in. This one's sent all the way down. No icing. Tootie gets it. Tootie for Aiden. Aiden looks up. Finds Jesse at the center line. Jesse gets a little company. Not the kind of company that you want. Aiden with a dive sort of tackle sort of thing. There's a little interference going on. To the zone on net. Barbara will be in, or can she? That's Rhiannon. It's moved out. Aiden with a, I don't know if this is a long shift, but she sure had the puck a lot on it. She moves it out, up, and past the left point. They try to keep it in to the Wild. They do that. There's a centering attempt, and it goes just a little bit wide. Rhiannon will have to give chase all the way through the slot and into the corner. Aiden now picks this one off, looking for a little help. Bay with a big save. Oh boy, a golden chance right there for the Wild. Bay gets down. Tootie gets a push with the stick right after, well after the whistle. And they're not going to call it. They're discussing it, but are they going to call it? They are not. 2:40 left. If you're driving, pull over. Watch the end. And, of course, fasten your seatbelt. If you're sitting down, then only use the edge of your seat. Balin with a big save, another save, 3 saves, a pop-up in front. Loose now, shot just wide. There were 3 saves from close range at the top of the slot. This one pushed back in, 2:17 left. Bug has it. She will skate it all the way behind her net and try to move it out. 11 keeps it in, tries a centering attempt. 4 couldn't get the stick on it. Bella on the right wing trying to push it out. 4 gets it again. She tries to center, but she finds a white jersey. I think that was Rhiannon. It's moved out of the zone. KK will pursue it up there. It's centered into the neutral zone, and that is a loose puck. 4 will pick it up. Aiden is back. She breaks up the play. And the 4 green jerseys have gathered around the puck. 100 seconds left in this third period. 2-2. Does somebody have the ability to score a golden goal right here? Another one would pretty much win it. 1:26 now as Jesse pursues. Up the right wing and kept in by Masterton. Pucci sends it back in. Rizzo now going behind the net to find the puck. Let's see if she could steal. 2-on-1. They can't keep it. Now down to 1:11 in a 2-2 game. This one pushed out of the zone. There will be no icing. Masterton will go back and gather. She looks forward. She finds Jacobus. Jacobus will move it up the right wing. 4 greens over there. Change behind the play by at least 1 or 2 players for the white team. 51 seconds. Rizzo picked it off but couldn't grab it. Up the right wing, 22. Fia and Masterton back. And on the backhand, Balin might have gotten a piece of it. Louisa, nearly snorked the breakout. Another low shot off the edge of the glove and wide. Masterton moves it up the wing. Rizzo's crushed from behind. No call, a blind hit. Oh, now they'll whistle something down. Oh boy, she's going to the box. A big hit from behind, a blind, dirty hit right there. Rizzo gets up, and there is going to be a power play for the RSG Selects with 23.2 seconds left in the game. A lacrosse-style face-off there, eventually won by RSG. Rizzo gets it. She'll gather. She'll try to come in up the wing. They got to get this puck deep. It goes off the side glass in a very strange manner. Looked like it was almost out of play, but it hit a weird spot in the glass. RSG trying to keep it in. They can't. This is going to be sent down. That's going to end the game. So they couldn't get anything going on the power play for the last 23 seconds. Rizzo drew the penalty right there. She had a bunch of scoring chances. And Izzy with the first goal. Rhiannon, I believe, had an assist, a beautiful assist on the first one, and I think a beautiful assist on the second one. But I'll have to double check that at some point. Should be a little easier for Coach to come up for the post-game interview for this one today. But that was a really great hockey game right there. Balin was phenomenal. I got a chance to see her pregame warm-up routine with her dad, Mike Shankman. And she's a very impressive young lady and really was doing a great job getting herself ready for this game. And she showed up in spades with the way she played in these first 2 games. She's allowed 3 goals in 2 games and played phenomenally. It's nice to be on the side of that goalie. So Coach will walk across the ice. He'll deliver his post-game speech and hopefully not forget about me. For those that just can't get enough, I've asked Coach Paul to remind Coach Jeremy to make the long trek back and come over after he's all ready to go. So stay tuned. I'm going to give my voice a break here for a little bit because there's another game later and at least one more tomorrow. So hang in there. Coach will be on at some point. For the 4 of you that have persisted, and for everyone watching later, Coach is about to join us. So we'll make a little adjustment here. Spin this baby around so we can give you something nicer to look at rather than like a wall. Trust me, this is going to look good. In the meantime, you could watch these people watching the game in another rink. And a shout out to my friend Rich Saunders, whose daughter is playing up here as well. I get to see him only from time to time. You saw him for a moment. And you see him now.
Hey, Joe Rizzo, how are you today?
I was very entertained by a very hard-fought and well-played and hotly contested game. I'm not sure how it looked on the bench, but it certainly looked great from where I was watching it.
Great effort across the board there. I'm extremely fired up right now, Joe Rizzo. I'm sure you can tell that. Big thing for us today was going over some details that we felt we needed to go over from yesterday's game. Went over it this morning in the locker room, and the girls took care of business. All the details that we laid out, they corrected. Biggest one being we stayed out of the penalty box today, which gives you a chance to win. Great effort. Thought everybody was in the battle, and I couldn't ask for anything more. Coming out with a tie is just as good as the W to me.
And in the standings points, I did find out that it's 2 for a win, 1 for a tie, and 0 for a loss. There's no period stuff going on. And the rest is just tiebreakers like goals for, goals against, penalty minutes. So whatever you did in the first game that you managed to have 0 in this game was a benefit to your tiebreaker, possibly.
Absolutely. So you just made me aware of the scoring system, actually. But, the end result of the tournament is not as important as how the product looks out on the ice. If we don't come out of here winning this tournament, but we play games like that, that's a win in itself. And we're not talking about moral victories. This is spring hockey. But girls battling and understanding what it takes to be successful at this level is what's important. And this is moving girls forward. So I'm very pleased with effort across the board out there today.
So you had that effort in a morning game. You have about a few hours break here until they have to fire it up again.
That's right.
Does that concern you? You're going to keep everything the way it is? You're going to make any adjustments? It looked like you made a couple of adjustments here and there with a couple of wings maybe at time to time, but not really much, right?
Not really much. We did have a couple injuries today in this game. One is questionable to come back later on. I'm hoping that they keep themselves a little loose and relax and properly hydrated, because if you don't, they should still, we won't be able to go when we need them. A few minor adjustments.